thank you to our sponsor, W Energy Drink. It is the jitterless energy drink that helps you focus and stay concentrated. It doesn't have sugar, so it avoids giving you that crash and jitters that's associated with most energy drinks. So if you want to have all the energy but none of the jitters, definitely go ahead and order W on www.w.gg, and you can go ahead and order whatever product that you believe would be good for you. And also, if you input code Lance Danger, hey, you'll get a 10% off, and I'll get a nice little commission. So go ahead and check that out. Thank you in advance, and thank you to W for this wonderful opportunity. Hello, can you hear me now? Okay, I think it's finally working. Yeah, Chago, I'm having sound problems. Yes, at last. All right, sorry about that, guys. I'm just been setting things up on the new setup with my desk, and already challenges. But let's celebrate. I can't hear myself. Let me put on some of that lo-fi music in the meantime. I hope you've all been doing good. As some of you know, I've been battling um copyright people on YouTube over the last month. Long story short, the Orchard Music was claiming a lot of videos, even videos that were privated and videos that I had already actually edited. They somehow reclaimed it. And also Aniplex slash Sony Music gave the channel a copyright strike. And so I've been editing out some stuff, working around all the legalities and whatnot, protecting the channel. So it's been a long month. Last month was a long month, man, not gonna lie. But it seems like things are finally going to be on the up and up. Things seem to be nice and streamlined now on the channel. So there shouldn't be any more problems heading forward. It's just getting a lot more difficult to when you have your channel monetized, especially it gets a lot more difficult to like keep the channel from not getting into trouble or people trying to like abuse the copyright system, which is so broken in YouTube. But regardless, here we are. Here we are, fam, for episode 4 of the Kickstarter challenge. Just showing the comments, Chago of approved comics, brother in arms. Also letting me know that the audio is finally working. So I hope everyone has been great during this time that I've had to be on this kind of forced hiatus. During that time, I've been doing original music and stuff also for the channel, and we'll get that. We'll get more into that a little bit later, since it also concerns the Kickstarter challenge as well. So you guys have waited long enough. Let's get into the nitty gritty of it. It's the Kickstarter challenge, Acts of Vengeance. And some of you might be wondering why Kickstarter? Because I am broke, fam. I broke, fam. As we've explained in previous videos, and if you haven't been up to speed on those videos, this is the first time you're watching them. I will be making a playlist of this. I think I already do, but in case I don't, I'll double check if I haven't, and I'll put this in a playlist. But the Kickstarter challenge consists of three different creators in three different aspects in our creative careers right now. Thiago Rodriguez, who has had a long hiatus, long break from creating, and has been getting back into the thick of it for the last year and a half, 2 years. Um, Crazy Knight from the channel Crazy Knight, who has never published a comic before, and myself, that I have been publishing almost nonstop for the last 20 years. The biggest break that I took was when I was involved in a car accident where I was like almost a year where I couldn't really do much stuff. So yeah, three different creators, three different positions in our creative careers right now, all with the same goal in mind of doing a Kickstarter project, hopefully fulfilling it, and be able to put our comics out there. Now, the three of us have very different trains of thought on how Kickstarter is used. Crazy Knight and myself kind of have similar thoughts in that Kickstarter isn't necessarily be all to end all resolution to printing comic books or any creative endeavor. We believe it's a complement to the creation aspect, and that it also opens the door to find a new audience and perhaps connect with other creators or fans of other creators as well through the Kickstarter platform and its social media aspect. Chago Rodriguez is of the school that he believes that it is not sustainable to build a business model around Kickstarter, and that it's basically another social media platform, which is all good. We're doing this not to like prove each other wrong or anything, but mostly to get out of our comfort zone, get into that creative groove again, and just put something out there, And once again, get out of our comfort zone, think out of the box. And even though there is nothing wrong with being in a comfort zone and doing something that you're familiar with, for example, like myself with Fred Peterson, the Mighty Warlord, love letter to the superhero comics of the 90s. That is my default. That is my comfort food. You know, that is my comfort zone to an extent. And I've been doing it for almost 20 years now. I'm entering year 18, if I'm not mistaken, this August. Wow, a month. In a month? Where has 2024 gone, man? Like yesterday, we were counting down 2023. What the hell, man? Anyway, it's good to step out of that comfort zone and kind of like stretch out those creative juices and challenge yourself, which is what I'm doing with Acts of Vengeance. Acts of Vengeance, of course, is the story of a small town where a lot of tragedy happens, and deep within the meaning of this story is about loss, redemption, and acceptance. Sorry, my cat is snapping next to the monitor, and she's hitting the HDMI as she sleeps. I'm going solo here. I'm going blind. I hope you guys can still hear me at least. I believe so. Let me try and scoot over to see the other monitor and not knock over the connection for the audio. Yeah, when you have cats and pets like that, it's almost like having kids, man. You have to kind of expect the unexpected and kind of roll with the punches when you're alive. As I was saying, also, I'm working on the webcomic of Fred Peterson, the Mighty Warlord. Even though there it says chapter 27, I actually ended chapter 27 and just started chapter 28. And to my surprise, for the last couple of months, it's actually been not just in the top 10, but in the top 5 for quite a while. Today it dropped to like maybe number 11, I think it was. But usually when there's been an update, it kind of just shoots straight into the top 5 or linger around the top 10 and then into the top 5 again, which has been a crazy streak. Like it's been like this ever since Free Comic Book Day, when I sold an advanced copy of the remastered version of the prologue of Warlord. I'll talk more about that. All good, says Chago. All good in the hood, my friends. I'm still flying blind here, by the way. That's assistant to the editor, Luna. She's taking her cat nap next to my workstation on my desk. So yeah, chapter 28 of Fred Peterson, the Mighty Warlord. You can check it out over at the duckwebcomics.com, or you can go to www.artofalvaro.com and you can find my webcomics there as well. I am stretching my neck like a giraffe here, man. I'm glad I don't have the camera on. Yeah, secret commissions. I'm almost done with all the secret commissions also, actually, which has afforded me time to actually go into my YouTube channel and do all the edits and fixes that I've been needing to do over this past month, so that I wouldn't keep getting into more trouble. I am going to re-upload some of the videos edited, mostly as an FU to the Archer Music and Aniplex slash Sony Music. Hey guys, can you hear me? I don't know. Luna actually woke up from her nap and she knocked over my mic. Let me see if I can hear myself. There's a bit of a lag in the live as usual. Okay, yeah, I can hear myself. I'm still flying blind too. Like it turned on like just in time the monitor, and then it went off again when Luna just like did a two-hit combo on the mic and the monitor. That's how it rolls sometimes, man. That's how it rolls. Anyway, secret commissions, I'm pretty much done with those right now. Some of them are going to see light of day, and I will tell you guys what it is about it, and it's very exciting. Others, unfortunately, were canceled midway through, not through my own fault, but that's just how the business goes sometimes. Sometimes you freelance for other people, and the project just falls on their end because um, they have their own responsibilities, they have their own things to do, and you're just paid to do the work that you're commissioned. So I had a lot of fun doing it. I had a lot of fun cashing that money, but unfortunately, some of those projects isn't going to go through. Of course, I won't be able to talk about them because NDAs and whatnot. But just to let you guys know that at least I freed up some time to be able to work on not just the web comics and the printed versions of stuff, but you know, also getting that time for the Kickstarter challenge. And of course, here is the original illustration. Oh god, I love this fucking cover so much. The original illustration of Acts of Vengeance when I was like in seventh or eighth grade, with the original Punisher type story. You gotta love it when you were a kid and you just didn't give a damn about what you were creating. You just created and didn't care about anything else. You just did. So, Acts of Vengeance. Give me 1 second. This is a turnaround that you guys had not seen yet. I had finished it a little while back. I was actually going to show this off when I was originally going to do the stream for kickstarting the week number 4 a couple of months ago, I think now, like maybe 2 months ago, before a lot of things went haywire. And this is Caroline Harris. This is one of the main protagonists. This, as you guys know already, if you watch the other videos, uh, she is pretty much what sets everything in motion, along with her boyfriend. Now, she is the girl that disappears, and nobody quite knows what happened to her. We know that her boyfriend, which is the best friend of our protagonist, unfortunately self deleted, in other words, and not so many words, so that to appease the Google gods and not have their wrath come down on me again. Her boyfriend self deleted and she disappeared that very same night. And of course, the protagonist was the prime suspect back then of the death of this character and the disappearance of this character. Now, they were all just teenagers in high school when this happens. Now, even though she disappears, she is a big part of the story because there are flashbacks that give a lot of context to the story and just how important she was to the main character. Once again, this story is really about dealing with the trauma of losing someone and moving on, finding ways to move on and move past that. This character has not been able to move on since that fateful day that he finds out what happens to his friend and Caroline, which was pretty much an unrequited first love to him. So on the same night, he lost his best friend, which was like the brother he didn't have, and he loses his unrequited love. So, and on top of that, he's being blamed for everything that happened to these two individuals. So, yeah, it's one of the more tragic characters I think that I've ever written. And it's all revolving around this mystery and all these things that happen in this town. So this is her turnaround. She kind of has like this retro kind of vibe to her. She's the type of person that you would probably find her in uh, thrift stores. Is that how? Thrift stores, rather. You would find her in thrift stores buying like old school dresses and old school clothes. Like she's a very old soul in that sense, and I guess that's why it kind of resonated with our main character. He's kind of an old soul himself, except that he's probably a little more introverted, while she's definitely more the extrovert of this group. Like she's the type of character that everyone loved her in that town. She was like the girl next door, always helping people out, always courteous, always with a smile, always bringing that positive energy. So it's a big loss, not just to him, but a big loss to that community in general when she disappears, and very shocking as well. And that's actually one of the very first images that came to my mind when I was thinking about the story. That I'm going to try and develop into a promotional idea for the Kickstarter when it comes out, which is essentially Caroline, kind of with the nostalgic look in her face, again wearing like a retro kind of dress, and the logo, whatever it may turn out to be, like blazed across the image. Acts of vengeance. I think I just have one more slide after this, and before I hit that slide, just wanted to talk a little bit about this story. I have read the script before, or at least parts of it, and I had the idea of making it maybe 60-ish, 80-ish pages, but in the time between then and now, I came to the realization that that's probably a little too much of a chunk of the story to just dump into one volume. So I'm going to do my best to try to trim that fat down to around 44 pages. I think 44 pages is a decent enough amount to release a volume of a story of this size, especially on Kickstarter, so that it can be pretty affordable as well. and also give you a good chunk of the story without having to compromise on charging either too much or having to have you guys wait too long in between installments as well. Hopefully, Volume 1 will um, be successful to reach the goal at least of the $1,200 is then the financial goal that I'm setting for, well, that all three of us are setting for this challenge. Hopefully, it'll make that mark, and people will look forward to a second and third and so on until the story comes to its conclusion. Um, it's going to be either 6 to 8 volumes, depending on how much I do edit out, and depending on, I guess, reception of how people may receive the story and whatnot as well. So hopefully you guys will be looking forward to that. I am going to try to do more videos, maybe more lives as well, to keep talking about this Kickstarter challenge. And like I was talking about earlier, I had to do a lot of change of music in the channel. I had to do a lot of editing, and it kind of forced me to make my own music again. If you didn't know, uh, especially in high school and college, I used to write songs. Hey guys, can you hear me? Sorry about that. The mic went out again. Hopefully, next time I do a live stream, which should be this Wednesday for Boricua Contra Todo, have like the whole mic situation resolved. And hopefully, the cats won't be attacking my new workstation as much as they have. Okay, yes. Yes, okay, I can hear myself, and Chago also thank you so much for letting me know that I'm being heard again. So I don't know how much of it you guys caught, but the gist of it is that in high school and in college, writing songs was pretty much my second passion behind writing stories and writing comics and making comics. I just never really got into doing the musical aspect of these songs. I never really got into doing bands, especially because during that time I was going to church and I was actually singing in the church and leading like the hymns and whatnot. And after a controversy in church that made like more than like about 80% of that church leave, 80% of those members left. Um, Pretty much, I was the one stuck with the responsibility of singing and leading the hymns and the Christian music for almost a full year without a break. There were times where I was sick and I would call in and would be pleading, I can barely talk. Please have someone else do it. And they would just tell me, well, just at least stand in front and, that would be good. Like all that responsibility, I had to carry it for a whole year to the point where there were so many times that I sang when I was either sick or that I lost my voice because I strained myself too much that it actually did long term affect my voice, which is why I can't talk too much on live streams also.
or in real life really. Like I can talk, but after a while I have to take a nice long break from talking. So now that with all the Orchid Music and Sony Music Japan bringing the thunder down into my channel, I just went, well, I'm just gonna make my own music. To hell with it. Like I have years worth of songs that I just have to put the music to it, and with the help of um editing software and with the help of a little bit of AI as well, to be able to craft these songs. They're not absolutely perfect, but guess what, motherfucker? You won't be able to claim this song. And anyway, let me put at least one of the songs so you guys can like have an idea of. So you guys can have a bit of a clue of how it is that. And I have this in Patreon actually. Like throughout the day, I've been releasing snippets and teasers of a couple of songs. But in Patreon, the 3 songs that I put snippets throughout the day, I actually put the full versions on Patreon. The first 3 tracks are going to be open to everyone, so you don't have to be a paying member to listen to the first 3 tracks. But the following tracks are going to be Patreon patrons exclusive because I have to have something good for my patrons as well. I do apologize. I do have a lot of free content, and they will be made available later on as well. But I have to get my patron fam some love. Anyway, let's go ahead and have you guys listen to the first track at least. And if you guys want to listen to the rest, yes, let me know. Actually, let me take off the lo-fi music so it doesn't sound like I'm doing a remix here or something. Okay, here we go. Well, let's play. January flash kissed me on my forehead today. I'm on the forefront now, the rest of the year looks brighter. January French kiss me on my eyes and cheeks. Leave everything behind and come take a ride with me. All along I knew I'd write a song for you. All along I grew, feelings oh so true. January fresh kiss me on the back of my neck. Took me by the hand till we hit the ground running. January French kiss me, February might as well too. But that all depends on the mood and feelings we'll send. All along I knew I'd write a song for you. All along I grew, feelings oh so true. Can't you feel spring? Can't you feel summer? Can't you feel autumn? Can't you feel winter? Come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on. January French kiss me on my forehead today. I'm on the forefront now, the rest of the year looks brighter. January French kiss me on my eyes and cheeks. Leave everything behind and come take a ride with me. All along I knew I'd write a song for you. All along I grew, feelings are so true. Right, that song was called January French Kiss. I wrote that almost wow, like almost maybe 18 years ago as well, actually. Like if you feel like it has like a aughts 2000s vibe, that's pretty much when I wrote it. Pretty much a lot of my songs are going to sound like that. And the thing that I bring this up to is that music is definitely a big part of acts of vengeance. There's actually two songs in particular that two of the characters are kind of like their favorite songs, and it's kind of like a recurring theme. So music, not just in this project but pretty much in every comic book project that I do, are very important elements to it. As a matter of fact, Hell Beneath Us, or Hell Beneath You rather, that horror comic that I'm working on that, if this is successful enough, I think I am going to turn Hell Beneath You as the next Kickstarter project. Pretty much all the chapters are named after Linkin Park songs. So music is definitely a big theme for me, in pretty much everything I do. So I also want to do more original music for the trailers for Acts of Vengeance on Kickstarter, on YouTube, Patreon, TikTok, pretty much everywhere I can upload it. So if you guys don't want to hear the rest of it, then I guess I'm just going to be signing off here. If you guys want to check it out, I'm going to put the link later on in the comments so you can go ahead and check out the rest of the songs that are on the video. It is on my Patreon. Also, if you follow me on my social media, you would have heard. Am I back on? I don't know if I'm back on. I'm kind of hearing a weird sound. Oh, the sound is gone. Good. I don't know if I'm back on again. This stream would be a lot shorter without these interruptions. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm just waiting. Okay, yes, we're back on. And yes, I'm still actually flying almost blind here. Anyway, this is gonna be a good spot to yes end the live for now. Hopefully next week I'll have a bit more protein for you guys to chew on, in regards of more artwork and whatever update I make to the story as well. Once again, thank you all so much for watching, and I will catch you all next time. And yes, if you saw this from the very beginning, the channel does have a sponsor, and they are Dubby Energy Drink. Let me play that corny ad again before I leave.
Thank you to our sponsor, Dubby Energy Drink. It is the jitterless energy drink that helps you focus and stay concentrated. It doesn't have sugar, so it avoids giving you that crash and jitters that's associated with most energy drinks. So if you want to have all the energy but none of the jitters, definitely go ahead and order Dubby on www.dubby.gg, and you can go ahead and order whatever product that you believe would be good for you. And also, if you input code Lance Danger, hey, you'll get a 10% off, and I'll get a nice little commission. So go ahead and check that out. Thank you in advance, and thank you to Dubby for this wonderful opportunity.
All right, and there you have it. Remember to drink your dubby. I will catch you all next time, and I hope you have a great rest of the week. I will catch you hopefully on Wednesday for Boricuas contra Todos with my brother in arms, Chago Rodriguez of Chago the Approved Comics and Crazy Night from the Crazy Night YouTube channel. Have a great night. Catch you next time.